Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Blue Badge Crypto, bringing you another Neo update. Really appreciate everyone's support. If you're not already over on the Twitter, go check it out at Blue Badge Crypto. That's where you're going to get the most up to date information on trends, trading, and analysis in the market. Make sure you're subscribed here on YouTube as well and hit those alerts. So here's the Neo chart, and Neo, like 90% of other coins, have got absolutely torched with the crash that we've had across the total market, really. And for Neo, we're in our macro A, B, and C wave correction down. Okay, and stick with me here if you're new to the updates. Our macro C wave here, we have a sub A, B, and C wave down. And now we've completed, of that sub C wave, we've completed a sub of a sub A, B, and C wave down. And I know that can seem confusing and what that means, but if you followed some of the past updates or if you haven't seen them, go back and watch them, where I've been saying this confluence of these C waves matching up right here can create some type of explosive move for Neo once the market gets going. And I'll zoom in on some of this price action where we were trying to get our setup when the market was trying to hold support, over the past week or so. Obviously that failed and the market kind of crashed down here. But let's get into some of this price action here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So over some of the past updates, if you followed the updates here on YouTube, if you've been following the Twitter, this was going to be our optimal entry for Neo. And you can see that we tried that. We created some type of ascending triangle pattern here. We had one shot here, but I kind of warned where this one could get stuck in price action between our ascending triangle pattern here in yellow, right, and our macro A wave low that is represented here by the white line. Do y'all see that? I'll back it out real quick just so I can illustrate what I'm showing. So our macro A wave low right here is represented by that white line, okay? So we did have a potential entry right here, and I only warned because we had this trend line right here that it could be a confluence of resistance trying to break this line. It did act as that, and then that's when the market kind of started, hitting, resistance itself and started tanking, and then Bitcoin, absolutely crashed and plummeted and brought most of the coins down with it, including Neo. But what that did make happen is our sub of sub correction has now completed. Okay, so now our sub C wave, our sub C wave has come below our A wave. So this could be playable now as well. Okay, so we take our sub A wave low and put it right here. So unless you're just a very precise trader, know exactly what you're doing, trying to catch the falling knife down here is just gonna spell trouble for the majority of people. Again, if you know what you're doing, then go for it down here. But otherwise, trying to catch that falling knife for Neo here can lead to trouble for many people. But what we can play is this sub A wave now. So on a macro view, what we're looking for, the big picture, is for price to get back above its A wave low here, hold this level as key support, and then be good for continuation up in the market, right? But what we can play is as a lower time frame trade and potentially even leading up to this macro entry is playing this sub A wave right here, right? Where we get price action back above the line here. So maybe, we do something like this and then, resistance once to get back above, and then we back test that level of support. That's where we want to enter right here. When we come up, back test the level as support, and you could be good to go for continuation. And that looks about $21.89 or so. So you're still far away from it. I don't think that, the total market Bitcoin has come down this low just to, go back up again. I do think that, everyone should be open to the possibility of further downside here. So that is something to watch out for. But if you're trying to get back into Neo, if you got stopped out, or you're looking to get into Neo, then this could be a possible entry for you. Once price gets back up here and holds this level of support, you enter on the back test confirming it as support, and you could be good for continuation here. Otherwise, it's pretty much just catching a falling knife for Neo. Again, if you're a precise trader, know what you're doing, then you can trade these micro movements down here, right, on a 1 hour chart or a 30-minute chart, right? If you follow my Twitter, then you're getting some of these micro movement updates on Bitcoin and the total market, right? So you could come down here and you have some type of trend playing out here, right? Where you could have some type of a pattern here where you have support and resistance here, right? And this actually looks to me more on a lower time frame, more kind of like a bear flag, and at minimum, you could have a technical target to the downside. Where if this were to break down, you would be looking, back around, $15-$16 for Neo if this bear flag pattern does play out, right? So that's something you could be looking at for Neo on the lower time frames. But again, someone, just the average person trying to trade that price action is probably going to have some trouble doing that. So this is what I'm saying, where you could have a good entry for Neo, where you're not quite getting the macro entry yet up here with that we're looking for long-term position holding, right? Where we could enter here and be holding that for months and let it, ride the market up. So that's what Neo's looking like. We're looking to get back above that sub A wave low right here, and then ultimately get back above our macro A wave low. I don't think the market's going to correct, overnight here, and we're just going to, shoot back up here. I think we're going to hang down in these, 30,000 price levels. Probably go lower. Like I said, I'm not going to guarantee that, but I think it'd be naive to not be open to the possibility of that. So that's what we're looking at for Neo, guys. If you have any questions, throw it down in the comments. I'll do my best to respond to y'all. Thanks for watching.